Let's hear it for your San Antonio Spurs.
And like everyone else, GA, I'm looking forward to the big man matchup in this one.
Yeah, we have a pair of the best centers in the NBA. Points in the paint will be a key number tonight.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. The captain out there with Embiid, and it's George in at the small forward position. Lobs up there for Maxey. Fox deciding where to go with it. Pulls it up. And off there. He misses his first shot of the night. Here's Philadelphia. Bounce pass Maxey. In the corner, George with it. Misses the three. And here's Fox. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Count it.
Smooth drive by Gasol, getting himself around that contact. Man's impressive.
De'Aaron Fox, RJ, isn't the only member of his family that can shoot the ball. His wife's pretty good, too.
Oh, you're right about that. His wife played Division I basketball at 2 big-time schools. She was pretty good in her day, and De'Aaron wears number 4 to honor her.
Here's Fox. Philadelphia able to drain the three. Driving in over Maxey. Fox, no good. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against the Nuggets in Ball Arena. Good on the three-point shot.
You can't lose track of PG. He is a lethal catch-and-shoot option.
Fox passes to Wembanyama. Three-pointer. The shot that time, not on target. Some solid defense from Maxey. Embiid kicks to George. Here's Edgecombe. Off target with his three. Spurs have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Castle on the wing. He's covered by Maxey. Here's Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
We talk about his quickness, but De'Aaron Fox has bounce. He will throw it down on you in a second.
Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Mitch Johnson. I asked him when he told his guys before going up against Joel Embiid, and he said, quote, I told them to get into him. Always get a hand up and do your best to guard without fouling. Embiid excels at baiting defenders, but we can't afford to give him free points at the line. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thanks so much. And the 76ers making a change here. Lowry's checked in. And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. In the corner, Sohan with it. Pass to Wembanyama. The shot from the low post is good.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need one.
And one thing, Richard, you note about this Spurs organization is their stability.
Yeah, the same governorship for 3 decades. The front office has been in place for almost as long. Now Mitch Johnson has taken over as coach, but it was a smooth transition, not a big shakeup.
Here's Castle. Got a piece of it. Here's Embiid. Kicks it out to Maxey. Here's Tarlock. Another three for Philadelphia.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Pass to Castle. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
The guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Spurs. Harper comes in for Devin Vassell.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Outside Harper. In the corner, Castle with it. Johnson outside. Will it go? The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
I love Johnson's attitude. Marches down and gets his revenge with the three.
Here's Tarlock. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. And that's 15 points for the captain.
their third three-pointer in a row.
Johnson, wide open, he fires. Tried to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Lowry inside the line. San Antonio with the rebound. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the 76ers.
It wasn't even close in their last matchup, and their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level.
Barnes is checked in for the Spurs. Jordan McLaughlin comes in for De'Aaron Fox. Then for the 76ers, Andre Drummond comes in for Joel Embiid, and Oubre subbed in for Jordan.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
They came out and bum rushed them. Huge difference in activity level from both teams tonight.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
They came out swinging, really setting the tone on offense, and the opposition has not been able to respond.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. With a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up, they're ahead 16 points. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. Doke. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And I really like how they moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
Barnes operates at the 4 with Wembanyama at the 5. Then there's Harper, then it's Johnson, and it's Waters in at the 2-guard spot. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. And here's Maxey outside. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Nobody near Barnes. From outside, off the mark. And we've got an injury out on the floor. Very unfortunate as always, guys. Don't like to see this.
Yeah, looks like he's in real pain. Definitely a concern right now.
Look, I'm no doctor, and I know that might be a surprise to a lot of you people, but look, that looked pretty harsh, and he's certainly going to have to miss some extended time.
And some changes here for the 76ers. Bonus checked in, and it's Edgecombe in for Kyle Lowry. Spurs also with the sub. Champagne's checked in. Philadelphia leading by 14. Here's Simmons, and Simmons slams it in.
This is what you like to see from Simmons on the attack, being the aggressor.
Looking at Philadelphia, they took the win in their last game against the Pistons.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
And on top of probably having the better talent, they never let up. Great effort, great win.
Harper, no good.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Here. Fox is checked in. Then for the 76ers, the captain's checked in for Maxey. Edwards comes in for Kelly Oubre. And it's Quentin Grimes in for Edgecombe. With the playoffs on the horizon, Richard, we're seeing some of the top teams rest their players a little bit.
Yeah, you want to prevent injury, but you also want your go-to guy to have some fresh legs. Limit their minutes now. It'll pay dividends in the postseason.
And Fox gets it to go.
What a response from Fox. You hit a three, De'Aaron Fox answers the challenge.
Let's check in now with our Allie Laporte, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thank you, guys. Well, the Spurs are on the rise. Victor Wembanyama said, quote, "I've been on board since day one. We know it's not going to be a straight line. There will be ups and downs. This is not easy, but I'm very confident in the will that my guys have. The long term is never being questioned." Back to you guys.
They'll get there for sure. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. Barnes outside. That falls. Nice feed that time from Harper. Barnes has got himself on the board with 3 there.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Here's the screen. Tarlock. The dive for the ball. And they get it back. Grimes passes to the captain. And here's Edwards from the arc. Trains it from beyond the arc. Edwards got 6.
He's not much of a threat to score, but Simmons dishing it, he can do it with the best of them.
And so Mitch Johnson decides to call timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. A different look now for San Antonio. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Vassell comes in for Harrison Barnes. And Stephon Castle subbed in for Harper. Pass to Castle. Lets it go from 11, and that one goes long.
And they've only got a slight edge on the boards, but it just feels a lot bigger.
In general, RJ, how would you describe Kelly Oubre's value to a franchise?
We know what Oubre provides a team. He's a versatile player who adds length. When he's aggressive on the offensive end, his slashing and movement can cause problems.
Here's Embiid. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Look, inside, Embiid just has all the tools for success. The height, the power, and more importantly, the tenacity.
Vassell sets a screen for Fox. Vassell outside. Drops in the tray. Vassell's got his second bucket of the night.
And I like the way they're using the entire court here in the second quarter. The three-point percentage has gone through the roof.
The captain with the bucket.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Now, here's Johnson. Defense is right there. It's deflected. Pass to Castle. And Embiid pulls it down. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Castle. Rebound by Joel Embiid. For Philadelphia, they've gone 6 of 12 in the second quarter, right at the 50% mark from the field.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Outside, Fox. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. And with as many three-pointers as they've drained, it's easy to see why they're on the cusp of a blowout. Right back after this break.
Thanks for being here. Let's kick things off with a check on the NBA Players of the Week. For the West, Nikola Jokic.
For the Joker, last laugh is typically on the opponent. No one has been able to slow him down lately. Also, on and off the court, his leadership has been great for this team.
And let's talk now about the game we've been watching. What a terrific first half for the 76ers.
Obviously, they've been locked in from range. Your confidence grows as each shot goes in. It becomes contagious.
Yeah, in the second half, though, they got to mix it up a little more because those who live by...
And that is it for halftime, folks.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, the captain has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Okay, time for an injury report.
Well, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for Philadelphia. They told me it's a collapsed lung, a serious situation, and we're all hoping that he's okay. And with the playoffs looming, the last thing he wants to deal with is this injury. Hopefully he doesn't miss the postseason. Guys, back to you.
Allie, thank you for the update. Guys, it doesn't sound good.
No, if that report is accurate, he's going to be spending a lot of time in rehab and on the sideline.
And you just hate to see any injury, but potentially a serious one like this breaks your heart.
And on the floor for Nick Nurse as we get into the second half. In the backcourt, we'll see Maxey and Edgecombe. Embiid is out there with the captain, and it's George in at the 3. So the wing on the left, here's Tarlock, and the 3 ball is good.
Timeout.
The captain's got 29 in the game.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. A post-All-Star break look now at how the breakdown between three-pointers and other shots have been for Philadelphia.
And they have been feasting from long range, shooting with volume and accuracy. It's been a good recipe for them offensively, and boy, it puts a lot of pressure on opposing defenses to try and cover all that space.
Now, here's Fox. He has 5. Elbow shot. That shot missing.
A good board there, Kevin, but overall they're getting slightly out-rebounded.
And the dunk by Edgecombe.
And how about the raw athleticism of Edgecombe? He gets to the rim with ease.
Fox against Maxey. Shot left block. And Embiid with the block. And he comes up with the deuce. Wembanyama's got his second basket of the game. And the 76ers call time here.
Coming out of the hardwood now. Get out of your seats, Spurs fans. Make some...
Eric Gordon, he's checked in for the 76ers. Kyle Lowry comes in for Maxey. The 76ers have gone 2 of 4 here to start the second half. RJ, we have never seen a player like Victor Wembanyama. In your opinion, what's his potential?
Wemby has so much potential, it's scary. The number one thing that can stop him from being one of the greats of all times, in my opinion, is injury. After that, there is nothing that is stopping him from being one of the most dominant physical specimens we've ever seen.
Now, let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, De'Aaron Fox is trying to dial in as a lockdown defender, and he said, I want to be that type of guy. Go out there, guard people, and be someone that people don't want to put in the action because you blow actions up. And then, at the end of the day, still being able to get to work on offense. Back to you.
You love that mentality. Okay, Allie, thanks. And stolen by Wembanyama. Inside, here's Sohan. And the dunk by Sohan.
Passes like this demonstrate leadership. Vassell wanting to find his open teammates.
Here's the captain. He has 29. Lob pass to George. Hammers the alley-oop through.
I see you still getting up, PG. Now, don't sleep on his hops.
And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Fox against Lowry. Fox goes in. The 3. It's tipped.
Okay, let's just say it. This has been an ugly quarter for him. Not quite a break a mirror ugly, but it's getting there.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Castle, no one around him. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got his 4th assist in this one. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Here's Tarlock. Good, another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Here's Sohan. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge. Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
Fox against Lowry. Looking to get it going. Fox, no good.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Lets it go from deep. Another three for Philadelphia.
They're in strong position coming down the stretch, and he is a big reason why.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. There's the pick. Now, Sohan. He's got 5. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
Looks like Fox was itching to answer back with that 3. He is a capable shooter when he's in attack mode.
For 3, Gordon bangs home the trifecta. Gordon's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers in complete command. Their lead at 28 points going into the break. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And we'll be right back after this. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
And for the defense, it's so tough to guard a big man with that kind of court vision and dime-dropping ability.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today. We get going in quarter number 4. They've got Harrison Barnes. Harper is out there with Keldon Johnson. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Olynyk in at the 4 slot. It's the San Antonio 5. And Philadelphia calls time here. And some changes here for the 76ers. The captains check in for Lowry. Brendan Watford comes in for Kelly Oubre, and it's Quentin Grimes in for Jared McCain. And GA, a lot of the best defensive teams in the league have some stout zone looks they can go to. Where do those in a game come in handy?
I mean, often it's a way of challenging opponents to make perimeter shots, but also you want to show different looks just to kind of disrupt the rhythm of a team's offensive flow.
The captain with the bucket. The captain's got 45 points. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Philadelphia.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And another thing they've really excelled at tonight is protecting the rim. Shooters keep getting their shots swatted away by this squad. And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Harper the pass to Wembanyama. To the middle, looking to end the run. And there's Johnson. That's good on the assist by Wembanyama. And that's now 7 points for Keldon Johnson. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Pass to Grimes. Here's Tarlock. Good, he hits again.
My goodness, 50 for the game.
Yep, he is putting on a show. Harper against Simmons. Here's the teardrop. Harper, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Pass to the captain. Fires from deep. And it's good, assisting on the play with Simmons. Simmons got assist number 5 here tonight. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Wembanyama outside. Back to Harper. Here's Tarlock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. So, GA, between the NBA Cup, the play-in, the new All-Star game formats, the NBA not averse to some experimentation.
No doubt. And listen, not all the ideas have been successful, right? But overall, that willingness to innovate has paid off. The world doesn't stand still, and neither should the NBA.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Jeremy Sohan's checked in for Olynyk. Vassell comes in for Barnes. Castle's checked in for Johnson. And De'Aaron Fox subbed in for Harper. Fox against Simmons. To end the run. Good on the shot.
Just a great hustle play there. Energy and passion. This is what you play the game for.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. And got it! Another basket.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition.
Ooh, that's what you call protecting the rim, baby. Great job by Embiid.
Oh, boy, looks like he was injured there.
And, boy, this really doesn't look good. Just the way it happened.
And you know it's serious if he's heading to the locker room. It takes a lot to get him out of any game.
Harper is checked in for the Spurs.
San Antonio, number 2, Dylan Harper.
Embiid with the steal. Castle against Simmons. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm. And you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Castle against Simmons. To the paint. And Wembanyama. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That one on Embiid.
A generational talent. For Wembanyama, the sky is the limit and the reality.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. You know, GA, one great thing about the NBA, well, there are many things, but one great thing is that there's always new talent coming through the ranks.
Yeah, I mean, the future is bright. And Kevin, I really like this year's draft class. Man, we just continue to add exciting young talent to the mix. And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the 76ers.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And you can hardly say this win surprised anyone with the season these guys have put together. Win after win all year long. What a record-breaking year this team has put together. A season for the record books.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for the captain.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
Grimes with the bucket.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you have to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two. In his 1 year of college, Dylan Harper did a little bit of everything at a high level. It'll be interesting to see how that success translates to the NBA.
And Philadelphia calls time here. They're ahead by 48. What do you think, guys?
And they've got this one just about wrapped up.
Also, we've seen some wild finishes in our time. You can't afford to lose focus for just 1 second.
Oubre outside. Another three for Philadelphia.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they made home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Now we have a moment to go courtside. Allie LaForce has got something for us.
Paul, what a great team effort defensively. What were the points of emphasis?
You know, we do a great job of helping one another and being in gaps. And, you know, if we're going to get beat, it's going to have to be, you know, beaten by contested shots and the ball being swung. You know, so that's what we had to do. We had to sit down, guard guys, and, you know, make them play on the offensive end as a team.
Defense certainly has to be a full team effort, and it paid off tonight. Thanks, Paul.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Along with Greg Anthony, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaForce, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you so much for watching tonight's presentation. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, the captain.
And a peek into the locker room. Players soaking in the last few moments before the game. Some final preparations here. Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. Both teams tonight dealing with some injuries. Here's a look at who is out for the evening.
And at this point in the season, everyone is banged up. These teams, no exception.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Philadelphia 76ers. Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. Then it's Joel Embiid. Then there's Paul George. And it's the captain in at the 4. And for the Rockets, Katie and Smith, the lengthy duo at forward. Van Vliet runs the show with Thompson to his side. And it's Şengün in at the 5, roaming the paint. Grant, two teams with very high hopes for the postseason. This should be a fantastic matchup.
You know, B.A., I've had this one circled on my calendar. Both sides have talent. They're exciting. You know, it's the kind of game that could come down to the last shot.
Now here's Thompson, and the bucket is good.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
The captain, pass to Maxey, to the left wing. Here's the captain, sinks the tray.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Van Vliet outside. Durant looking around. And Durant with the big finish.
And Durant doesn't need to get up too high to throw it down. I think he could be dunking well into his 60s.
Oh, got that one up quick. The captain's got 6.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to go on Paul George. You know, the more you watch Şengün, the more you wonder if he's just a guard in the body of a big man.
Well, that's a pretty astute observation, B.A., because his passing is elite. I mean, his vision, he sees a half a play to a play ahead. I mean, you can actually run offense through Şengün.
And you watch Alperen Şengün. He's a beast on the blocks, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., he throws his weight around, but what separates him is his skill. Against the best post defenders in the league, he comes up with creative ways to score.
Outside Durant. Van Vliet with a screen on George. Here's Durant. No good, off the front rim.
Got a decent look at it, but sometimes the shot just doesn't go down.
And here we go, the Rockets in transition. Houston with another miss. The 76ers have gone 3 of 3 so far from the floor. 2 open that time. Made it look easy.
And I love their energy so far. They're now 4 for 4 from the field.
And Şengün throw it down.
Şengün finishing with authority. There you go, big fella. They can feel you.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Ime Udoka. We talked about Joel Embiid specifically and what he wants his team to do against him. And coach said, I want us to make life difficult for him. Every time he catches it in the post, I want us to push back and be physical with him. If he's out on the perimeter, I want to put a hand up on every single shot. Let's see if coach's message resonates. Guys, back to you.
As always, Allie, we thank you.
Seems effortless for George, that quick release of his.
Durant, pass to Van Vliet. Back to Durant. And he can't get that one. Ooh, nice D from George. The Sixers lead by 3. To the inside. Here's the captain. And he banks in the layup. The captain's got 8 points.
Just taking it right to the rim. And no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here.
Here comes George.
Houston making some changes. Stewart, he's checked in for Alperen Şengün. Eason comes in for Smith. And it's Smith in for Van Vliet. Here's Eason, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. And there's the foul. It's on Joel Embiid. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Eason. It's a 5-point game. Thompson, a screen on Maxey. Clock at 6.
And just refusing to give up second chance points. Excellent defensive rebounding.
Not one second chance bucket allowed. That is finishing off good defense.
Count that bucket. Embiid's got his second basket of the night.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
You're exactly right. I mean, everything seems to be dropping. Impressive scoring here.
And stolen by Edwards. Embiid finds McCain. Philadelphia moving it around. Edwards for 3. And the three-pointer goes.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
Shot's good by Thompson.
This coaching staff encourages Thompson to look for a shot, especially when he's in close.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. Houston making some changes. Şengün checked in for Stewart. Finney-Smith comes in for Durant. And Holiday subbed in for Amen Thompson. Bonus checked in for the Sixers. Oubre comes in for Edwards.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Pass to Eason. Şengün, a screen on Oubre. Back to Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. From the high post. And the shot goes in.
Good play call and good execution. The offense running on all cylinders.
Here's the captain. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
They've played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
And, you know, when you've got a chance to put a team away early, you got to take it.
There's the 3. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Philadelphia on top, up by 12. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Well, in today's NBA, the three-point shot is so valuable. They realize this, and that's why they're continuing to drain as many as they can.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
We've got Smith. Tari Eason is out there with Dorian Finney-Smith. Then there's Alperen Şengün. And it's Shepherd in at the point. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Well, there's a resemblance in Alperen Şengün's game. Coach Udoka said he's got a little bit of Joker in him. That's the first thing you'll see. Şengün acknowledged the comparison, adding our passing skills and touch under the rim is similar, but Joker is like monster level. I want to get to that level. BA, back to you.
He is on the rise. Thank you, Allie. To the middle. Out to Oubre. Lets it go from deep. Buries it from 3. Oubre's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
In today's game, you can never afford to get beat in the three-point battle.
You know, the only way that's going to turn around defensively is by stopping the outside shot, not getting into a shootout. They're not going to out-shoot out this team.
Hey, Clark, whether we're comparing players or voting for the annual awards, defense is a factor that's often undervalued.
Yeah, I agree with that wholeheartedly. I mean, we love to see people score in a variety of ways. We like to see that offensive skill set on display. But, you know, defensive stats are critically important, but not as easy to identify and count. But yet, and still, it's half the game, so you can't overlook it.
It's time for
Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Shepherd. And as the end of the regular season draws closer, let's take a look at the latest power rankings. You look at the Rockets, no movement for them, maintaining their top 10 spot.
Checking out the 76ers, they made it clear from the jump they were coming for the #1 seed, and they've got to feel good knowing it's theirs now. It gives them the best chance to come away with the championship. Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if you're stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all his work from behind the arc.
BA, when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and one foot.
Well, we know what Dorian Finney-Smith can do on the court, but he's also doing great things off the court, Clark.
Yeah, so many players across the league do a ton of work in their communities and for the betterment of humanity. And the Finney Family First Foundation focuses on the youth and low-income communities. And Dorian Finney-Smith, he helps kids by providing basketball training for at-risk youth and uses the game of basketball to also impart lifelong lessons.
He's lighting them up. Tough to strategize a comeback when you're being run over.
Right side Durant. And it's Bona with a rebound. And here are the 76ers. They're on a 15-5 run. And here's Maxey outside. Another three for Philadelphia.
The unbridled confidence of Maxey at the arc, you can see it and feel it. He knows how good he is.
Thompson passes to Şengün. Back to Thompson.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Smith, he's checked in for Houston. Fred VanVleet comes in for Finney-Smith. Philadelphia also making some changes. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Bona. Oubre comes in for Simmons. And it's Edgecombe in for Grimes. Here's Embiid. Pass to the captain. The three is up. Good. And the assist to Embiid.
3 points.
The captain's got 25 points.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
For three, Smith. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the 76ers. They'll take on the Pacers at Gainbridge Fieldhouse after this one. That game will conclude the 3-game road trip they're currently on.
His efficiency has been a big factor in helping them capture this lead.
Now here's VanVleet. Yet to see a basket. Smith with a screen on Maxey. VanVleet from out on the wing. He knocks it down. 1 minute left in the first half. Embiid, a screen on Easton. And he lobs it up to the rim. Ooh, stolen by Smith. Thompson scanning the floor. Over Edgecombe. Thompson, no good. This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual. Man, I like seeing Edgecombe rise up like this. Plays like this prove he belongs in this league.
Houston has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Three-pointer, VanVleet. The captain with a rebound. The captain's got his 5th rebound in this one. 2-second difference between shot and game clock. Three-pointer off the mark. Thompson outside. VanVleet outside. Smith with a screen on Maxey. There's the triple. He can't hit that time. And so it's Philadelphia with a commanding lead to end the quarter. 27 points, looking good. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Rumps, please. You're thinking about the shot. Next up, give it up for the participants.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the Philadelphia 76ers.
They're playing with fantastic discipline. Very few forced shots. They're moving the ball, creating a ton of good looks.
Yeah, I'd call it a clinic. This is how you run an offense.
And now, you know it, you love it. Time to see what fans are saying on social media. Master Funkman asks if you could harness the power from one of your former team's nicknames, which would it be?
Well, that's easy for me. The Kings. They have a lot of power. But I'm going to probably go with the Rockets because I could fly at a very high speed.
That's easy. I'll take the Magic because my powers would be limitless.
Good choices. I'm not sure what kind of powers you'd be getting if you went with the Lakers.
Maybe take out my yacht.
Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Now Philadelphia with it, and the 76ers looking at who they've got. Maxey and Edgecombe man the backcourt. Then there's Edwards. Then it's Joel Embiid. And it's the captain in at power forward. And it's exceptional the level of commitment that Ime Udoka has inspired from this Rockets team, Grant.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, he's a player's coach, but very demanding, and he holds everyone accountable. It's all about professionalism and purpose.
Here's the captain. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
And I like seeing Edgecombe share the rock like this. It shows how serious he is about involving his teammates.
Smith outside. Thompson passes to Durant. Now Van Vliet. Goes up at the elbow, and that one drops for him.
It's a shot some guys don't like, but Van Vliet gets it dialed in.
Here's the captain. From outside, off the mark. Well, Houston's shooting 46%, a decent average so far. Durant with it, picked up by Embiid. The basket counts, and one. He'll go to the line, a chance at a three-point play.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
Grant, is it fair to call Kevin Durant one of the most unique players we've ever seen?
Without a doubt, B.A., most definitely. The blend of size and perimeter skill, unprecedented. KD able to rise up and score over most any defender.
And Philadelphia calls time here.
No thanks.
And let's check out a breakdown looking at some stats for Kevin Durant.
And he's having issues at the free throw line at the moment. In the past 10 games, his touch hasn't been the same as it was before. He'll be trying to correct that tonight.
Here's the captain. 33 points for him. And he's going for the lob. And that one is hammered home.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
And, you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
And here are the Sixers now, after the basket by Houston. George, a screen on Smith. And again for three. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. The Rockets have become a fearsome defensive team, and Coach Ime Udoka said our young guys are tired of losing, and they bought into it. A huge part is just shifting the mentality and doing our part on that end. Understanding how much that impacts winning, it is a non-negotiable for me. Brian, back over to you.
They are bought in. Allie, we appreciate the report. And Houston has possession. Following that last three-pointer by Philadelphia. Van Vliet misses. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. For three, Gordon. Durant pulls it in.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line. Yeah, just hasn't been able to find his rhythm offensively. And that's having a ripple effect.
With the putback, here's Embiid. Gordon outside.
In the third. 2 minutes.
Fires for three. Good! Another from three.
He's been on the money from deep.
Definitely. Looking to shoot as much as possible. Durant with it. Guarded now by George. And he gets that one. Durant's got 9 points now in the quarter.
And force-feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's the captain. And the jam by George.
Boy, the high-flying acrobatics of George, something to behold. When he leaves the ground for these alley-oops, you drop your jaw in awe.
Here's Durant, out to Thompson. Van Vliet outside. Off target with the three.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
Philadelphia moving it around for three. Gordon, and Philadelphia hits again from deep.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
The three. He buries it from three. Van Vliet's got his third basket of the night.
They didn't get a chance to knock one down in the first. But the defense left him a look, and he nailed it. He'll make them pay when he's open.
Yep, count it.
Lowry's a do-it-all point guard for sure. Passing, scoring, defense. He checks all the boxes.
35 seconds left in the third. Thompson outside. Lowry against Van Vliet. Lowry with a steal. Here's the captain. It's good. Set up beautifully by George. The captain's got 48. Durant against George. Deflected. Lowry outside for three. Connects from downtown.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
And so it's Philadelphia making this game a no contest. They poured it on early, and they've never let up. And their three-point shooting, a big reason they have a sizable lead. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm Assist of the Game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Smith out there with Josh Okogie. Then there's Dorian Finney-Smith. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Şengün in at the 5. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today.
Absolutely salivates when he attacks the rim.
Here's Simmons. Ooh, nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup.
You know, what touch from the Australian native, Ben Simmons. I mean, he's so good at staying under control even when facing physical contact.
Smith. It's hauled in by Oubre.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
And Philadelphia calls time here. Checked in for Houston. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Watford the pass to Embiid. Nails it from 3.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
And their defensive rotations have been non-existent.
Durant for 3. Knocks down the long J. Durant's got 12 points in just the second half.
And after a difficult start to the game, he's flipped the script here.
And Philadelphia calls time here. And Houston making a change here. Thompson's checked in. The 76ers also with a sub. Maxi's checked in. The 76ers have gone a perfect 3 for 3 here in the 4th. Here's the captain. Good! That's another bucket! And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Maxey against Thompson. Pass to Durant. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. 16 points for Durant.
Boy, he's been a different player here in the second half, looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
Boom! He jams it straight down.
Since halftime, they have been efficient and effective, making Coach very happy.
Boy, I like the disposition and attitude since halftime. They're patiently looking for good shots.
Smith passes to Durant. And it's slammed in by Durant.
What doesn't Kevin Durant do? He's showing us everything here.
And so it's Simmons with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Drills it from deep.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Smith no good.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
And their strategy is obvious. Manufacture looks from outside the arc.
Well, you know, that's exactly their plan here in the fourth. Work to find space behind the arc and then bury some threes.
Thompson, no good. The 76ers have gotten all 7 of their shots to go. Impressive here in the fourth. Good. He hits again. 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Outside Durant. The Rockets again can't hit.
I think adrenaline was a factor there. He wanted to hit that answer three so badly.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the 76ers.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Graham.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And we just saw one of the greatest teams of all time win again. They've reached that magical 72-win marker, and they keep going.
And against a non-conference opponent, you really want to win the first one. They'll go into the next one knowing how to beat this team for sure.
And that next meeting will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. But I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for the captain.
Well, I thought the job he did on the glass was absolutely terrific. Extremely physical. He left it all out there tonight.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
Here's the captain. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Second personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
And so they foul intentionally.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but it certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Lowry, and it's Lowry with the jam.
I think we can say that shot is well within his range.
Yeah, let's hope so.
Yeah, and especially when he caps it off with the steady one-hand jam.
So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A. It was in enemy territory, but they controlled the game and took the crowd completely out of it. That's how you win on the road.
That's it, folks. The NBA regular season is in the books. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson saying thank you for watching the NBA, brought to you by 2K Sports. And now, our player of the game.
It's NBA basketball on 2K Sports. We're glad you could join us on this exciting Friday night matchup. Kevin Harlan here alongside Doris Berg, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. As we close in on the start of the playoffs, see how the East is stacking up. When you look at Philadelphia, they've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And of course the Pacers, they're much further down in the standings right now.
Right now for Philadelphia, they're looking for a strong finish here in the final stretch as they're currently holding that top spot in the conference, which obviously puts them straight through to the postseason.
Look at the 76ers starting group. We've got Quentin Grimes. Paul George is out there with the captain. Then there's Maxey. And it's Bona in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Pacers, at the guard positions, Halliburton and Nembhard. The forward spots with Nesmith and Siakam. And it's Huff in at the center position. Hey, Doris, these two teams are really bolstered by their benches.
You are so right, Kevin. Talented reserves. They take a ton of pressure off of the starters, and that kind of balance is important.
Here's Bona, and that one is stuffed right through.
Yeah, just catching your teammate in stride right there, that makes the game easy.
The shot by Nembhard, and nobody around. No good from outside. Here's Turlock, and he's good on the 3 ball. The captain's got his second bucket of the night.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Pass to Siakam. And there's the foul. It'll go on the count. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Huff. 6 on the shot clock. Good, and a nice assist from Siakam.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And early on, they looked great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
And stolen by Maxey. Throws it up high.
That's another basket for them. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
Here's Halliburton. He had 27 points last game. Pass to Siakam. Back to Halliburton. And the Pacers another 3.
Great shooters trust their shooting motion. Tyrese Halliburton with the jumper.
And one of the many challenges for a small market team like the Pacers, Greg, going up against that luxury tax.
And they've avoided carrying a payroll that would incur the tax. But right when they said they were planning to do just that, the Bucks stunned everyone with the maneuver to secure Pacers center Miles Turner and perhaps let him off the hook.
And Philadelphia has possession. Following the miss by Pascal Siakam.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. And Philadelphia making a change here. Lowry's checked in. And Siakam has got the ball here for Indiana. 9-point game. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
And really just a bad loss. No other way to put it. I mean, they maybe overlooked some of the bench players because those reserves got loose offensively.
Pacers have gone 2 of 6 from the field.
2 minutes remaining.
Nesmith up top. He's covered by Max. Halliburton for 3. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the Pacers are all about winning. And Coach Rick Carlisle said, our young players are having to earn their way. They're not being given anything. It's the only way to do things, in my opinion. If you want to build championship habits, you got to do it on a merit-based and accountability type of basis. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. Here's Bona. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws of the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor.
This is a guy who will happily go to the line if that's what the defense wants to give him.
Now, here's McCullough. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Shot clock at 6. Here's Mathurin. Kicks it out to Jones. And Indiana, another 3.
Well, this is exactly what the team wants more from Benedict Mathurin, being a great facilitator.
Here's Tarlock. It's rebounded by Indiana. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
And that's not an easy environment to play in. To score the way they did on the road says a lot about their intensity and focus.
The 76ers making a switch here. McConnell against Lowry. Toppin a screen on Lowry. 5 to shoot. And there's Toppin on the assist by McConnell.
We understand that McConnell is playing pick and roll. He's going to make the right decision. He has just mastered that action.
Pass to Furphy. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And stolen by Simmons. Lobbed up there for Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
How about the big guy attacking the rim? The throwdown loud and emphatic.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. They're going to be very tough to stop. We come back right after this. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for Philadelphia.
They're controlling the pace of this game, pushing the ball up court and getting good looks in early offense.
So yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
So for the 76ers, their last game, a win against Houston.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Well, I'm sure they're still enjoying that one. You love going into a tough building, tough place to play, and shooting the lights out. Nothing like silencing the crowd.
You've got T.J. McConnell. Obi Toppin out there with Benedict Mathurin. Then it's Jones. And it's Siakam in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. And here are the Pacers now. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go.
Listen, that's a good shot for him. He just couldn't connect.
Embiid with it. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Knocks down the 3 ball. Embiid's got 5 now.
Come on. Joel Embiid. I mean, 7-footers are not supposed to shoot like this.
Now, here's McConnell, trailing by 10. And timeout called by Nick Nurse. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. DB, what would you say is the biggest difference between the regular season and the playoffs?
The level of intensity goes to a level that is so different than the regular season, Kevin. I say it all the time. If you walk into an NBA arena in the playoffs, the tension is so palpable, you could almost reach out and touch it.
Walker's checked in for Jones. Then for the 76ers, the captain's checked in for George. And it's Edwards in for Jared McCain. Here's Tarlock.
You got to be kidding. Well, it's his intelligence that puts Kyle Lowry up there with the top assist men in the NBA.
And a good-looking view of that throwdown from the AT&T Connected Cam. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Pacers trail by 12. Pass to Toppin. Here's Mathurin. hits from the high post.
What great lift after he gets off the floor. Mid-range jumper, you bet.
Here's Turlock, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Well, guys love to score, but the differentiator is, can you do it at an efficient clip? And right now, that's what's happening.
Halliburton's checked in for Indiana. And here is Siakam. 8 points his last outing. He takes it in, falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Well, Siakam with the ball on the deck, slicing his way through the defense to get a shot opportunity pretty.
When it comes to underappreciated players, Doris, in the league, Pascal Siakam comes to mind.
You know, Kev, underrated is a word you have to be careful with because these guys are all NBA players. But Pascal Siakam is always available. He's a two-way force. He can score in many kinds of systems. And he is going to absorb an elite defensive assignment. This guy is so good.
That's good. The Philadelphia lead is cut down to just 12 points with the basket from Halliburton. To the inside. Here's Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Just tremendous job using his frame. Ben Simmons understands how to get position.
And it's McConnell with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Pacers. And so now a timeout called by Rick Carlisle. He's ready to talk things through with them.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Buffs jacked in, and Aaron Nesmith subbed in for Benedict Mathurin. And then for Philadelphia, Quentin Grimes is checked in for Simmons. Jared McCain comes in for Edwards. And Maxey subbed in for Kyle Lowry. Toppin with the steal. And they're moving it up. A nice shot by Huff. Huff's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, Nembhard knows this is part of his role. He's out there to run the offense and find his teammates.
But Trey, count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now, here's Toppin. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Brooklyn.
You know what else impressed me? How infectious his tenacity was. Simply a wrecking ball on the boards, collecting huge amounts of rebounds.
Drills the three-pointer.
They've given up a lot of three-pointers here today.
Pacers trail by 14. 46 seconds left in the first half. Halliburton for 3, and Embiid pulls it down.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. And I'm not really sure that's the time for the fadeaway, but he sure can make it count.
Pass to Nesmith. Back to Toppin. Down low. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
This guy very comfortable operating in the painted area. All Obi Toppin needs is a little bit of room to get that shot off.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
And I think, obviously, we see the execution and the willingness to make the next pass so important.
And a wide open look for Halliburton. Drills it from outside. Halliburton's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Gotta appreciate the way they're moving the ball. The offense is flowing like my rap game. When you bring the right beat, you know my name.
You know what? It is a debate. Were you a better rapper or you a better DJ as you are today?
Now that's me, Kenny, DJ. And next up, a look at the top performers for each team in that. Thanks for spending halftime with.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. You know, the captain has been exceptional here, guys.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
So on the floor for Philadelphia, the captain out there with Paul George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then there's Quentin Grimes. And it's Bona in at the 5. Launches it. The captain with the bucket. The captain's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the 76ers. Halliburton passes to Huff. Indiana moving it around. In the corner, it's Nesmith. And Nesmith with the slam.
Boy, you cannot give up that kind of opportunity to Aaron Nesmith. Woo-hoo, finishes close.
Got that one up quick. And that's now 30 points for the captain.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Pass to Nesmith. Here's Nemo. Lays it up off the glass.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Philadelphia leading by 15. Oh! Where did that come from?
Holy goodness.
That was beautiful. And so the timeout here taken by Rick Carlisle. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy.
Your Pacers debut are bringing the heat now at midcourt.
And now we get a chance to check out Tyrese Halliburton. He's been on a tear since the All-Star break, going really to another level. And he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And going back to him being second in assists, it's his ability to control the pace of the game, his peripheral vision. That makes him such a great floor leader. Here's Tarlock, another 3 for Philadelphia.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
For 3, Siakam tips it. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. Tyrese Halliburton is so key for this team. He said, quote, "I think the biggest pressure I've ever had in my entire life is from myself. When I'm at my best is when I'm having fun and really competing on a nightly basis. I have to show up every day with a smile on my face and bring my infectious personality." Back to you guys.
He sets the tone. Okay, Allie, thanks. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the 76ers. The captain, no good. It's Nembhard on the wing. He's guarded by Grimes.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Poke loose.
2 minutes.
Back to Nesmith. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Nesmith has got 7.
Aaron Nesmith had his feet ready, his hands were ready to catch the basketball, and as soon as it touches his fingertips, he lets it fly.
And timeout called by Nick Nurse. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Some changes for Philadelphia. Edwards, he's checked in for Paul George. Gordon comes in for Quentin Grimes. And it's Ben Simmons in for Maxey. The captain with the bucket.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Pass to Halliburton. Good. And McConnell gets the assist. McConnell's got his 3rd assist on the night.
This guy's been great, no doubt about it, but it hasn't been enough to get them where they want to be.
The captain with the bucket.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Here's Toppin. Got a hand on it. Simmons passes to Edwards. Gordon for three. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Outside for Halliburton. Off target from three-point range.
Boy, not his best quarter. He's trying to break through.
Toppin with the steal. Here's McConnell. And that one, good. McConnell's got his first 2 points.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Outside for Halliburton. Tries it from 19. And the shot falls short this time.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
And the basket by Gordon.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
Now, here's Siakam. He's covered closely. Here's Toppin. That's tipped, and so it's Philadelphia cruising into the quarter break with a 22-point lead. The three-point shooting has come fast and furious to the tune of what is... Rick Carlisle had some words for his team. Let's hear what he had to say.
Come on, we got to have some presence down there. Not just try to outscore them. We got to have them feel us. We got to make it hard on them.
Well, that's a staple of Coach Carlisle's game plan, isn't it? Wanting his guys to play with purpose on the defensive end.
And really, it's what makes him such a great coach. When the defense isn't up to par, he's going to hold his guys accountable.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. T.J. McConnell is out there with Benedict Mathurin. Then there's Jarris Walker. Then there's Toppin. And it's Siakam in at the center, locking down the middle. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And despite all the accolades, GA, is it possible that Pascal Siakam is underrated?
Absolutely. Spicy P is one of the best two-way players in the league. Exceptionally versatile, and his impact goes beyond his impressive stat line.
The captain's checked in for the 76ers.
Boy, this offense has revolved around him today, and rightly so. He has been fantastic.
The kick out to Walker. 11 feet away, and no good that time.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Grimes. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Up top, Mathurin. He's guarded by Grimes. And it's Mathurin missing.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't try.
And slam dunk by Maxey.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Toppin sets a screen for Mathurin. To halt the run. Rebounded by the captain. The captain's got 5 rebounds tonight. It's stolen by Mathurin. McConnell with it. Maxey covering, and there's the foul to go on the count. That'll be his second foul of the game. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Buffs jacked in. Neesmith comes in for Jarris Walker. Andrew Nembhard checked in for Benedict Mathurin. Halliburton subbed in for T.J. McConnell.
Well, don't forget, Andrew Nembhard, 6'5". That little bit of contact will not deter him.
Here's Tarlock. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. The captain's got 53.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
A nice shot by Neesmith.
Boy, Neesmith competing with confidence. That is a big-time answer from deep.
Philadelphia's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. Sinks the three-pointer.
And certainly they are not hesitating, letting it fly from deep here in the second half.
And here's Halliburton. He'll bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. pass to Nembhard. There's the triple. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound.
I mean, apparently he still has the green light to shoot threes, but he is in an absolute funk right now.
Embiid from outside. He can't hit that time.
Yeah, they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Here's Smith. It's deflected.
That's unparalleled defensive focus from Kelly Oubre. He's all over his man and just suffocates that shot.
Sinks the triple.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Here's Turlock. And another one falls. Amazing. That's 62 points. 62.
Amazing. A remarkable performance from him so far. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Philadelphia.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this was a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And words can hardly describe the way these guys have come out game after game after game and been dominant facing both conferences. When they hit the 72-win mark, we thought it couldn't continue. And when they rewrite the record books once more, we'll say, wow, we were glad we watched it all. What a team.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for the captain.
And you have to love the effort he put forth on the glass. He played with a fire no one else could match as he chased down those rebounds.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you exciting NBA action. I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. Now we get a chance to check some stats for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
And during the last 5 games, he's been a force on the boards, really throwing his body at rebounds and trying to grab as many as he can. And that kind of effort has been noticed by his coaches and teammates.
And the Milwaukee starting 5. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with Amir Coffey. Then there's Gary Trent, and it's Rollins in at the point. And for the 76ers, Quentin Grimes out there with Tyrese Maxey. Then there's George, and it's Bona in at the center position. And coming into this game, Grant, is it fair to say this feels like it should be a blowout?
Well, on paper, that would be the assumption. But, B.A., this is why we play the games. Anything can happen, and any team can pull off an upset.
Now here's Trent. Pass to Rollins. Shot clock at 6. Some solid defense from Maxey. Kicks it to George. From behind the arc. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Their last meeting was in Philadelphia, where they were unable to fight off the Sixers.
Big loss in their last meeting with this team. Couldn't get anything to fall in that one.
Trent, the pass to Rollins. Puts the move on. And it's finished off by Antetokounmpo as he lays it in.
Yeah, one of the most efficient inside scorers. Giannis just can't be stopped.
Well, Stan, how about Bucks coach Doc Rivers? This season has moved into 6th on the all-time wins list.
Well, B.A., an amazing accomplishment for Doc Rivers passing George Karl. And within reach now of 4th all-time if he can stay at it a little longer.
Now here's Antetokounmpo. He had 25 points in the win against Brooklyn.
Look, he kept finding ways to get to the free throw line. He knew the other team couldn't stop him, so he just continued to punish them at the line.
Sturdy play from George in the paint, getting by the contact and to his finish.
Back to Antetokounmpo. They set the screen. Nice move. And Antetokounmpo with the stuff.
That's too easy for Antetokounmpo. This D's going to have to push him further from the basket.
That puts him in the lead.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Pass to Coffey. Here's Rollins. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here. Antetokounmpo outside. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, sweet move. Oh, and Giannis hammers it in.
I mean, the size and athleticism of Giannis, arguably without precedent, an incredibly prolific finisher.
Sinks it from distance.
Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Nick Nurse. Coach reminded his guys that Giannis is one of the most dangerous players out there. He told his forwards that anytime he takes 2 steps, they'll need to impose their will to limit momentum. He said, quote, if we're intimidated, we've already lost. Step up and deny his path. Back to you, Brian.
And Allie, thanks. Oubre, he's checked in for the Sixers. Kyle Lowry comes in for Grimes. Antetokounmpo, the pass to Sims. Out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia's ball. And since the break, here are the NBA's best free throw shooting teams. Philadelphia, number 1.
Ever since the break, they've been shooting with great confidence from the line, and their numbers reflect that.
Philadelphia leading by 3. Three-pointer. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offense.
Trent outside. Back to Antetokounmpo. 1:31 left in the first. And he lobs it up top. It's stolen by Maxey. To the paint. Pass to Bona. Fires the 3. Antetokounmpo grabs the board. Bucks trail by 6. Trent, the pass to Coffee. Kicks it out to Antetokounmpo. Good efficiency. He's drained 4 out of 5. And here's Lowry. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Pass to Bona. Fires the 3. Lowry, no good. The Bucks have gotten 5 of 7 shots to fall. Trent, the pass to Sims. Trent outside. Screen by Antetokounmpo. It's stolen by Maxey. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. And an emphatic jam on the lob.
When you get a chance to run the floor like that, you have to capitalize. Great hustle on that play.
Bucks trail by 6. Here's Trent. And Milwaukee tacks on 2 more.
That's 10 straight points they've given up in the painted area.
Here's the captain. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the board.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
And Tyrese Maxey gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. 7 seconds left to play in the first. Prince finds Green. The three-pointer off the mark. Can't hit that one. Offense is coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. Philadelphia on top, up by 4, and the second quarter is on its way when we return. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Philadelphia.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I've also liked how they've attacked the opposition off of turnovers. I mean, just making them pay for every mistake out there.
So on the floor for Milwaukee, Green out there with Smith. Then it's Cole Anthony. Then there's Taurean Prince. And it's Porter in at the 2-guard spot. Throughout his career, Taurean Prince has continued to prove himself as a reliable 3-and-D wing.
Well, he's an athletic, strong, and confident swingman. And B.A., as long as he continues shooting it well from deep and locking guys up, he's going to have a spot in this league.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
So Nick Nurse has decided to call timeout here. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. The 76ers making a switch here. As we head towards the playoffs, let's see where the Eastern Conference standings sit. You take a look at Philadelphia. A fantastic season so far for them. First place in the conference. And, of course, Milwaukee, they're a ways down in the standings.
Seeing where the Bucks are, they're desperate to at least get into the play-in tournament. It's all about giving themselves a shot to get into the playoffs. I'm really interested to see how they play here down the stretch.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, B.A. The Bucks want to capitalize on their bigs. Coach Doc Rivers said, one advantage we have is our size, and the slower the game gets, the bigger we get. So taking opponents out of transition, making it a half-court game, allows us to be a big basketball team. Brian, back to you.
Leveraging that tall timber. Allie, thanks very much for the report. Catching up on the changes for Milwaukee. Giannis Antetokounmpo's checked in for Smith. Coffee comes in for Green, and it's Rollins in for Porter Jr.
Yeah, Cole Anthony is a spark plug. He can be a scorer or he can run the offense. Cole's versatility is vital for this team.
Here's the captain. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Bucks trail by 8. And Anthony, here we go. And the layup is good. Everyone has their opinion on the game, and some fans believe too many threes are being taken.
Well, teams are going to do what wins games. As far as the aesthetics of the game, does the league office want to make an adjustment? We'll just have to wait and see. 12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far. Rollins. It's good.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Sims, he's checked in for Milwaukee. Milwaukee shooting their third free throw attempt of the game. And that one misses. The Sixers lead by 7. George for 3. Drops in the 3. George has got 8 points.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Out to Anthony. Here's the 3. The rebound by Simmons. For Philadelphia, they've gotten each of their 6 shots to fall here in the second. The captain, that's good.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight. Well, after a bad start, he looks like a different player right now.
Now, for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. Here's the captain. It's good. And a beautiful setup from Simmons that time. The captain's got 28 points for the game. And here's Antetokounmpo. He'll bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Trailing by 13. They want to keep rolling here, following the win against Brooklyn.
And I think they were prepared to face pressure deep, but that never materialized, so they took advantage.
And you could sense the difference in energy. They were keyed up, jumping on mistakes. They just outworked them.
Now here's George. Give him 8 points now. Again, Philadelphia.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances, really using his head.
Antetokounmpo, right side. Off the mark there with a 3. Philadelphia leading by 13. It's George on the drive. Philadelphia moving it around. From deep, here's Simmons. The rebound by Sims. Milwaukee has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Coffee. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. That'll belong to Kyle Lowry. Milwaukee shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in this game. And the first one at the line is good.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Bonus checked in for Embiid. Grimes comes in for Ben Simmons. And it's Maxey in for Lowry. The Bucks also with a sub. Trent's checked in. Philadelphia shooting their first free throws of the game.
At the line for 2.
The first one falls. Both good from the line that time.
And he's shown a great touch at the line. They've tested the big guy, but he's come through.
Pass to Coffee. 36 seconds left to play in the half. Trent with it. Guarded now by George.
In the first half, you want to stay aggressive, but you also want to be careful. That is his second foul already.
What do you expect to see from Gary Trent Jr. on any given night, Coach?
Well, look, B.A., you're going to get a combination of good shooting, soft touch in close, and he can go vertical. He makes some spectacular plays.
Here's the captain. Coming off an unbelievable high-scoring game. Oh, nice shot by Grimes.
I'll tell you what, their execution just continues to impress.
Bucks trail by 14. Pass to Coffee. Back to Antetokounmpo. Trent from long range. They get it back.
Well, that's why he's out there using his size in the paint.
It's stolen by Trent. And so it's Philadelphia up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. Up big because of their three-point shooting. Just going to town from downtown tonight. More 2K action in just a moment.
Hello, everybody. We'll break down the action. Interesting to use the term hierarchy. But I wonder, how would you guys rate our studio hierarchy?
Well, Ernest, when you try...
And turning back to our first half, things going well, extremely well, for the Philadelphia 76ers. Thanks for tuning in. Now...
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. The Sixers lead by 14. They've got Quentin Grimes. He's out there with Maxey, and it's Bona in at the 5 spot. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia.
Oh, my. What a move on the baseline. Then the big-time finish there, B.A.
Incredible reverse. He had to go way up for that one. The Bucks shooting at a very efficient 67%. Pass to Trent. Throws it up high. Oh, Giannis picking it out of the sky.
Well, Giannis knew that pass was coming his way, so he's able to get elevated right on time.
Here's the captain, Antetokounmpo covering, and the jam by George.
And look at George going off on the defense, putting them to shame with the alley-oop jam.
And here is Antetokounmpo. He's got 12. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. And it's good for 2.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
Puts up a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. The captain's got 5 points now this quarter.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
And so a timeout here by Doc Rivers. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. Changes for Philadelphia. Edwards, he's checked in for George. Gordon comes in for Grimes. And it's Edgecombe in for Tyrese Maxey. Screen by Antetokounmpo. Oh, down low, the Greek freak.
They are on fire to start this second half. 3 for 3 and looking totally in sync.
Gordon on the wing. Gets the 3 ball to go. Gordon's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
And they're rolling. 4 straight makes to start the second half.
Edgecombe. First personal foul. First team foul.
Antetokounmpo, the pass to Rollins. Some nice passing by Milwaukee here.
Well, after 3 straight makes, that's their first miss of the half.
And it's Antetokounmpo with a miss. Pass to the captain from downtown, and Philadelphia hits again from deep.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
So far, Graham, we've seen some encouraging intangibles from VJ Edgecombe.
Yeah, you know, he reminds me of Victor Oladipo or even a Dwayne Wade physically. Just an explosive athlete. And I love the way he uses that strength and quickness at the defensive end of the floor.
Well, it's easy to see why they continue to call his number. He's delivered, and he's the leading scorer in this game.
Pass to Rollins. Back to Antetokounmpo. And here's Trent looking to win the run. Rebound by the 76ers. The captain's got his 4th rebound in this one. Edwards for 3. Gets the trifecta. Edwards got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the 3-point shot.
Timeout called. Milwaukee. Making a switch here. Anthony's checked in. And a chance to look at the block shot numbers over the last few seasons for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Yeah, he's a game changer in many ways, and he's constantly looking to improve. The shot blocking totals are a great example of that. He's honed his ability to read the offense, track the ball, and be in the right position to make a play. They have no answer defensively inside.
This one for three. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Here's Coffey. Pass to Anthony. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From 12 feet. And it's Bona with a rebound.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Here's the captain. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Lackluster defense, showing no desire to chase shooters off that line.
Here's Watford. And the 76ers another three.
Here in the second half, they've just found better shots.
Yeah, they've looked really in sync after the break. Getting the shots they want and converting.
Here's Rollins. Right now contributing around 10.5 points a game. Shot clock at 5. Back to Trent. Shot to stop the run. And again, it's the Bucks missing.
Impressive closeout on a skilled shooter. That
look out!
Wow!
Are you kidding?
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. And so Anthony will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Well, Anthony is a creative scorer and knows how to get the defense off balance.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Anthony, 2 shots.
Good on the second one. There's 10 seconds left in the third. Out to Lowry. Here's McCain. Whoa! He just got it off in time!
That was close. Now, he doesn't panic in these situations.
He really...
And so it's Philadelphia building an insurmountable lead. Come on, they're up 38 points.
What they're banking on is us going too quick, forcing...
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Taking a look at the Bucks. Giannis Antetokounmpo is out there with A.J. Green. Then there's Kevin Porter. Then there's Anthony. And it's Prince in at small forward. Pass to Oubre. Outside Simmons. Pick by Oubre. Baseline jumper. It's Milwaukee with a rebound. Now Anthony. And here's Porter outside. The rebound by Ben Simmons. Simmons has got 4 rebounds now. They have really been in control of this one.
You don't want to get complacent here.
Time called here. The 76ers decide to talk it over. Well, Grant, if you had to say, is there anything you think is underrated about Embiid?
You know, B.A., I think it's his intelligence. Joel's a heady player. Sometimes big men don't get enough credit for their smarts on the court. Embiid knows the game.
And Philadelphia making a change here.
ENT, give him a hand.
Milwaukee on D. For 3, Lowry hits a three-pointer.
And draining it from the corner. Lowry doesn't pass up shots like these.
Anthony against Lowry. Anthony, the pass to Antetokounmpo. Score it. 13 shots, 9 makes. Solid.
And he was dominant in their last outing. And the same thing here tonight. He is in a terrific groove right now.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Antetokounmpo against Embiid. For 3, Anthony. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo. And that one goes in.
Not the top shooter in the league, but Anthony does hit enough threes to keep you honest.
Here's the captain. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
He's just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
No one eats up more ground on the drive than Giannis. gets to where he wants to be in 1 or 2 steps.
Oh, there's the alley. Throw it down on the lob.
Oh, great teamwork right there.
Hey, you got to love the finish. Bringing it down with some attitude. Outside Porter. That three's off the mark.
Well, he settled on that shot. The defense was right on him.
The captain, pass to Embiid. Now George. Philadelphia moving it around. For 3, Lowry. Rebound, Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo has got 4 rebounds now. Outside for Porter. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by George. The 76ers have gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the 4th. Now Milwaukee moving it up. Here's Porter. Another miss by Porter. Philadelphia has gotten 3 threes to fall out of 4 attempts here in the 4th. Here's Embiid. And another miss by Philadelphia.
Well, the defense was giving him that one, but he made the shot more difficult than it needed to be. You gotta play smart.
Philadelphia shooting just about 57% in this 4th quarter.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the 76ers.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And with the year they've had, you expect nothing less than a victory every time they take the court. Another stellar outing for them here tonight.
And that'll put a little extra meaning on their next game. No team wants to go 0 for 4 against an opponent, no matter who it is.
And even the opposing fans can't deny this was a sensational game for the captain.
Well, just a fantastic job of distributing the ball. When you're able to see the floor like that and take advantage of what the defense gives you, it's huge.
That's an inspired ball club. They fought hard, and during the most important moments, they made big plays.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 19-7 run. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Another 3 for Philadelphia.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Embiid with a steal.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. Must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily.